The greater good. Hey everybody, Greater Good Mining here. If you guys know me, then you know I just can't leave anything alone. So I'm going to be testing out some different pools here with my KS0s. And I'm going to find out if I can optimize things on these. We need the extra hash rate now. The KS3s are coming online. We want that extra few gigahash just so we can have a fighting chance, right? So I'm going to be switching pools over to test some things. In my Discord, T-Swift and Fully Electric and some of my other buddies here have been going back and forth and talking about the pools. And T-Swift was working with K1 Pool, Hum Pool, and TwoMiners Pool on trying to optimize the hash rate and minimize the rejected shares. So it looks like he was working with each one of these pools to optimize the KS0. So right now I'm on Kaspa-Pool, and I'll show you both the web GUI and I'll show you on the pool side how things are looking. Right now, pool side, my 24-hour average on my OG KS0, 24-hour average is 98.19 gigahash per second. And on my batch 2 KS0, my 24-hour average is 96.36 gigahash per second. So T-Swift was showing us that he was getting about 100 gigahash per second pretty consistently, and it sounds like with 0 rejected shares. I'm going to go into the web GUI now, and I'll show you, this is my batch 2 KS0, and it's showing right now 0.27% pool rejection rate. So if I'm only getting like mid 90s for my hash rate and I'm also getting rejected shares, I'm getting less payouts. So now let's take a look at my OG KS0. It's about the same thing, like pretty much 0.26% rejected shares. So I'm going to go ahead and switch my pools over to, I'm going to do the TwoMiners pool. I'm going to do both on TwoMiners pool and compare it to Kaspa-Pool, and we'll see what we get. But T-Swift has shown us some average hash rates at 100, 102, 100.1 or 101. So I want to get the extra hash rate out of my KS0s. I definitely want to try to optimize things. So hopefully we'll get some good results. But I will do the testing and I will report back to you guys. So I put my KS0s on TwoMiners about 24 hours ago, and it's hard to compare apples to apples a little bit between Kaspa-Pool, TwoMiners, and the Iceriver web GUI because they're all giving slightly different information. If you look at TwoMiners, I am checking out my KS0 here. It says average hash rate 101.81 gigahash. That's great, right? So the only thing is the hash rate it's showing the hash rate for like a 6-hour period. So current hash rate is saying last 30 minutes of work. Last 30 minutes I've been getting about 95 gigahash, and then the average hash rate is showing the last 6 hours. So over the last 6 hours I've been getting 101.81 gigahash on average, which that's great. That's what we want. On Kaspa-Pool, I was going by the 24-hour average, and I believe it was in the 96 range. So I'd have to kind of maybe write this data down and then manually go back through for a 24-hour period and just average them out. But it's not exactly ideal to do it that way. So also the rejected shares, right now it's showing 100% valid share rate. That's great. But if you look down here at this little guy, there was a blip around 6:10 a.m. and right now it's 12:15. So that one's falling off because it's showing the recorded shares in the last 6 hours. That's what's displayed in the table above. So right now everything looks great. 0% invalid shares in the last 6 hours. But I know that checking back, let's click last week here. Because I just started this yesterday, so I don't have that much data, but there are still some rejected shares. Now, if you look at my the web GUI, you can see there is less rejected shares right here, 0.21%. So minimal amount of rejected shares. And the web GUI isn't very useful for long-term hash rate data. It's only showing 5-minute hash rate and 30-minute hash rate here on the Iceriver web GUI, so it's hard to compare. But yeah, I've been running close to 24 hours after rebooting and putting it on TwoMiners. So so far, I do like that I'm getting higher average hash rate, and I'll just keep watching this, and I'll try to report back to you guys. I will let you know if I'm seeing any dip in the hash rate or an abnormally large amount of invalid shares. But I mean, so far it does seem to be a little bit better. I like that I'm getting, it looks like about 5 or 6 more gigahash per second on average, and it does seem to be giving me less rejected shares. And there's other people in my Discord that so far have been saying the same thing. So I'm going to watch this for a while and just see how it does, and then I'll report back to you guys maybe in about a week or so, and just kind of get a better idea over the long term how both my KS0s are doing. I just want to show you one more thing about TwoMiners. The other thing I like about TwoMiners is they have the Stratums and difficulty set up for each individual Kaspa ASIC right now. So I used this Stratum for my KS0s, and all I had to do is copy and paste it in to the web GUI, and bam, you're off. So they've got it for the KS0, and they've got a different Stratum for the KS1 and KS2. So the difficulty is adjusted there. And then KS3, you copy and paste this Stratum in. So it looks like for the KS3, KS3L, and the Bitmain Antminer KS3, you can use this setup. So I do like that about TwoMiners. They've kind of already got it set up and optimized for each one of these miners. Takes the guesswork out. Okay, so far I can't really tell for sure which mine pool I like better. I like that Kaspa-Pool shows a 24-hour average. I like that the pool fee is 0.75% on Kaspa-Pool, so it is less than the pool fee on TwoMiners. TwoMiners pool fee for Caspa is 1%, so that makes a difference too if you're considering one versus the other. But I do like how I seem to be getting less rejected shares. Right now I've got 100% valid shares in the last 6 hours on my KS0, and my hash rate is 102.52 gigahash per second average over the last 6 hours. So I do like that I'm getting higher hash rate and so far less rejected shares in the last 24 hours on my KS0. That if it continues to be like this, I might switch my Kaspa ASICs all over to TwoMiners. I'm going to watch this for a while though. Like I said, I'm going to watch it for about a week. I might consider messing around with my KS1s and my KS3L, but for right now I just kind of want to watch this. It's a little lower stakes with my KS0s because they're only paying out about $3 a day or so now. So I don't mind like faffling a little bit with this. So right now I know my KS1s are working okay on Kaspa-Pool, my KS3L is working okay on Kaspa-Pool, but I might consider switching those over. So I'm not endorsing one or the other yet, but I just figured I should probably take a look and see what I can do to optimize my Iceriver ASICs, because things are getting tight. The hash rate's going up. It's getting a little worse every day. So I want to make sure that I've got everything optimized. So anyway, I hope this video helped you and maybe made you at least consider looking at different pools for your KS0. You guys are going to probably want to optimize things too. So anyway, hope it was helpful. If it was, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to keep it decentralized for the greater good. The greater good.